Afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today on this historic day for our great city. My name is Alex Kittis, and I have the honor and pleasure of serving both on the planning committee and as the board president of Woonsocket Pride. I just wanted to say a few quick words to kick off our program this afternoon. 5 years have passed, almost to the day, since the City Council unanimously voted to pass my resolution creating an annual pride flag raising event in Woonsocket. And a group of us got together to raise Woonsocket's first pride flag on that pole over there. Those 5 years haven't been easy for any of us. Woonsocket was hit particularly hard by the ongoing global pandemic and the economic fallout and worsening of inequalities that resulted from that. We've suffered the growing housing crisis, the accelerating climate breakdown, and most recently, the return of a presidential administration that is openly hostile both to our queer community and to diverse working class communities like Woonsocket. Things aren't great nationally or around the world, but I still feel some hope because in that same span of time, we've seen so much growth in the work being done by local activists and organizations, movement work across all these issues that are vitally important to the people of Woonsocket. And I've been so happy to see and work with officials like Mayor Beauchamp, leaders who are genuinely committed to meaningfully working alongside community advocates and organizations and making things better for our city. Part of that growth, part of what gives me hope, is the establishment of Woonsocket Pride. Not only as a community organization, not only as an annual celebration centered on a flag, and not only as a fun yearly festival, but as a gathering space for joyful resistance, for a beacon of hope and promise that whatever hellish executive order comes down next from the federal level, we are not going back. Now, a pride flag, and really any flag, is just a symbol. It's a piece of cloth that means certain things to certain people and other things to others. And it doesn't pay anyone's rent or stand in the way of federal assaults on our civil rights. But what this flag represents is very, very real. This flag represents the past and present struggles of the queer community, and our persistence and joyful resistance, our celebration of our hard-fought rights that are one pen stroke away from being taken away, and our commitment to continue fighting for those rights and for those siblings of ours, our trans siblings, our black and brown siblings, our Palestinian siblings, our undocumented siblings, who are still fighting for their God-given right to freedom and self-determination. This flag represents that we as a community are not going back. And bringing it back to the local level, after all the difficulties that we as an organization had with the previous administration, Mayor Beauchamp has been a breath of fresh air. And an ally. Not only has he worked with us in a professional sense that you would expect from any mayor, but he's shown up in genuine, meaningful ways that make it clear how much he cares about our community. Both the queer community that we as an organization do our best to represent, and the community of Woonsocket as a whole. And with that, I'm very honored to introduce Woonsocket Mayor Chris Beauchamp to share a few words with you.
Thank you, Alex. So it's a pleasure being here. I'll just start off like two of my wife, Nikki, who's here with me, and our best friends, same-sex couple. They live in Florida, used to live in Woonsocket. They have our adopted grandkids, who I would have never met if it wasn't for them. So I had to shout out for them. You know, thank you for all being here today. We come together to raise the Pride flag, marking the beginning of Pride Month in our community. This flag is more than a fabric and colors. It is a powerful symbol of diversity, inclusion, and enduring spirit of the LGBTQ plus community. It represents the journey towards equality, the vibrant spectrum of human identity, and the fundamental right for every individual to live in authenticity, with dignity, and without fear. Raising the flag signifies our commitment as a community to fostering an environment where everyone feels safe, respected, and celebrated for who they are. It reminds us of the progress we've made, the struggles that continue, and the work that still lies ahead to ensure true equality for everyone. Let this flag be a beacon of hope and a visible testament to our shared value of love, acceptance, and understanding. May it inspire us all to continue building a more inclusive and compassionate world, not just this month, but every day of the year, and especially here in Woonsocket. And I think it's so apropos that we're standing here putting this flag up, and right across the street we got a flag that says "You are beautiful," and everybody is beautiful. So thank you very much for everybody being here. It's a great honor for me to be here to do this, because as I said, I was brought up to say everybody deserves rights. We are all individual human beings, and we deserve the respect. We can disagree on issues, we can disagree on politics or religion or whatever, but we're all individuals and we should all be respected. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your inspiring and powerful words, Mayor. So next up, I would like to introduce my friend and co-conspirator, Leah Pfeiffer, who serves together with me on the Woonsocket Pride Planning Committee and as our board treasurer. Leah, I can go.
Hello, happy Pride. I am the treasurer of Woonsocket Pride. I've lived in Woonsocket for 6 years now. The first accepting environment I found was here in Woonsocket as a young transgender teenager at Beacon Charter High School for the Arts right downtown, many, many years ago. My teachers and my peers at Beacon uplifted my voice as an artist and as a trans youth, providing me with support to become an outspoken person active in my community. I have to thank Beacon Charter for helping me survive very tough times to be the person I am today. An artist, an advocate, a partner, a dad to 2 beautiful dogs, and now a founding member of Woonsocket Pride. So many queer people I talk to in Woonsocket feel alone and underrepresented. Many feel like our city and our country was lacking in supportive and safe spaces for them. I believe now that for the first time, our mayor and city council is on board with making that change to protect and uplift queer people in Woonsocket, many of whom are active volunteers dedicated to helping everyone who lives here. I hope everyone sees today that the city of Woonsocket is taking those steps. I hope that it inspires others to follow the change. With increasing hate crimes, bigotry, and political attacks across the country on the rise, we need to be ready to fight homophobic and transphobic violence every single day. To me, this is the leadership in Woonsocket standing with us and saying that violence and ignorance is not okay, and we don't accept that here. I thank our Mayor Beauchamp for being our partner in making this flag raising today happen. I did not start in politics. I am not anyone with stake in local business or influence. I'm just someone who cares and fights for my neighbors and my community, and it has led me to be a part of this historical moment. For all my LGBTQ neighbors and our allies, please let this moment give you courage and hope so that you can find strength to overcome and come organize with us. And as always, all of us at Woonsocket Pride love and cherish you. So happy Pride all year round.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Leah, for those inspiring words. So next up, I'm happy to introduce my friend Dion Sage, who in his role as drag queen Valerie Joy is serving as Woonsocket Pride's 2025 host and main stage coordinator. She is currently serving as the Imperial Crown Prin of the Imperial Court of Rhode Island.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Woonsocket. So great to be here. First, happy Pride Month. Can I say that? Yes, we're going to call it Pride Month no matter what they say. And also, happy Juneteenth month at the same time. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate Woonsocket Pride on its 5th annual Pride celebration. To think, 5 Prides ago, on June 28th, 2021, we we marched through the city in protest against a mayor and a city council that did not believe our existence should be celebrated. I personally will never forget that day. It was hot. The sun was high in the sky. Let me tell you something, they had to give me an extra shirt because I was sweating so much. The heat was on and we were ready to make noise. I will never forget our passion and our determination in our pursuit for happiness. As people of different identities, orientations, ethnicities, beliefs, and ideologies came together to say, love is love. Over the years, we have rallied, protested, celebrated who we are. And this year, we must rally, protest, and celebrate like we need air and water. This year's celebration, we must be unapologetically louder, prouder, and queerer. This pride, we must be willing to scream, we are here, we are queer, and we're not going anywhere, not just as a chant, but as a rally cry. This year, we must join together and be willing to fight back against oppression of homophobia, transphobia, racism, sexism, and yes, white supremacy. Fight not with our fists, not just with our words, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. Today, we fight with the hope that makes the impossible possible. Today, we fight with the joy that no man can take away. Today, we fight with a love that's so infectious that it can break down any stronghold of hate. And today, we fight with the faith that the dark past has taught us, remaining vigilant, standing up, standing louder, standing prouder. Happy Pride, Woonsocket, and thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for those inspiring words, Dion. So we're almost at the time of the flag raising, but before we proceed, I just wanted to quickly pass along a few words from my friend and yours, Senator Melissa Murray, who was Woonsocket's first openly queer elected official. She was planning to be here with us today, but she was called into a very busy night of legislative work in the Senate, which is in its final weeks of session. She wanted me to share that she is super excited that our community is finally getting the respect and representation that we deserve, and that she's very appreciative of the current administration for their love and support. She's also really happy with the number of openly queer candidates who have run and gotten elected seats in local government in the past couple of years. I'm sorry that Senator Murray wasn't able to be here this afternoon, but I'm so appreciative that she's down in Providence working for us. So, one final word, make sure to join us for the Woonsocket Pride Festival this Sunday, June 8th, 12 to 6, right down the street at River Island Art Park. And with that said, let's get this flag up. No, I would be paralyzed and feel it.
No, I'm saying the flag. How high you want to go?
Yeah, I'll put it up. Yeah.
How far can you go? Right there? Yeah, like, okay, so the last. Okay. No, because the American flag. Awesome, right? Come over there. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Maybe I'm sure with American flag on the other side, it's kind of short. The blue is the big one, right? We're awesome job.